My name is Hannah Sweitzer, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Revive Physiotherapy. Today I'm going to run you through a warm-up mobility kind of little series. This is what I do before most of my workouts. It varies a little bit depending if it's specific body part or not, but this is just a general mobility warm-up. So we are going to start on our hands and knees in a tabletop position, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're gonna get the spine moving with a little cat-cow. So round your back, tuck your chin into your chest, kind of hide your butt under, and then we are going to dip the chest down towards the floor, lift the chin, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling, and then move. So really common in yoga for the instructors to cue your breath that you are inhaling with this extension move and exhaling as you round your back and draw your abdominals in towards your spine. I would suggest sometimes switching it up. A lot of times from sitting, our rib cage gets kind of stuck downward, and we can use this movement as an opportunity to help assist rib cage expansion. So from here, let's actually inhale as we extend the spine, lift the chin, stick the hips out, and then exhale. So that's our typical pattern, but let's switch it. So pause in the center, and now we're going to inhale as we round our back with the intention of separating those shoulder blades away from each other and really breathing into the back of the rib cage, and then exhale as you drop the chest, lift the hips, lift the chin. One more time, inhale, expand the rib cage, puff out the upper back, flex the spine, and then exhale, let it fall. Okay, next we're going to do thread the needle. So take the right arm, reach up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to take that right arm, thread it behind the left, bringing the shoulder and the ear all the way down to the floor. All of these moves are dynamic, so we're going to keep moving. Right arm up, inhale, and then exhale, thread. One more time on the right. Taking this over to the other side, left arm reaches up, and then exhale, left arm comes through, shoulder and head comes all the way down to the floor. You can pause for a moment here, and then reverse it. Okay, last one. Okay, moving on, staying in this tabletop position, you're going to take your right leg and stick it straight out to the side. So my foot is in line with my knee. The hands are going to stay exactly where they're at. Sit your hips back towards your heel, and you're going to feel a really nice stretch in your inner thigh. And we're going to keep it moving. Rock forward and then rock back. With all of these moves, if something is really tight, you do not have to go 0 to 100. Just kind of ease into your range of motion. Let your body warm up, let your muscles warm up until you feel more flexible, but you don't have to force anything. Switch sides, stick the left foot out right in line with the knee. Toes down or tucked under, it doesn't really matter. If you do have tight toes, this would be a good opportunity to expose them to this extension that we need. This is like a gentle way to stretch that big toe, in addition to the inner thigh. All right, we're gonna take it down to the floor. Little pec and hip flexor stretch. So we're going to take the right arm out to the side at a 45-degree angle, left hand underneath your shoulder, kind of like you're gonna do a push-up. We're gonna bend the left knee and then do this little flip turn where we take the left foot over our body, touch the floor, and when you pause here, you will feel a lovely stretch to the right pec. When we switch, we're gonna slide that right hand underneath the shoulder, left arm out at 45 degrees, bend the right knee, kick and flip, stretch the left pec. So we get a little opening of this right hip here as well. And we're gonna alternate back and forth about 3 times. Last one. All right, lay on your left side. We're gonna move into another spinal and shoulder opener. So we're gonna bend the right knee, bringing it in on top of the left, the arms out in front of you. We're gonna take those right fingertips, reach past the left, tractioning this arm for the entire rotation. Reach that right arm up towards your ear. And then once we pass the head, we're gonna start to rotate from the spine and finishing in this nice T. When you reverse it, we're gonna try to keep this hand in contact with the floor the whole time. So pull those fingertips away from your body, reach the arm all the way up overhead. So here, we're starting to get this nice lat stretch. And then finish it off fingertip to fingertip, 1 more rep. Lat stretch as we open up, we feel that pec lengthen again. We get a lot of spinal rotation. Take your eyes, follow it. So we can rotate from the middle spine. And reverse. Take it over to the other side. Top leg crosses, reach past the fingertips first, reach all the way up towards the ear, and then finish in your nice T. When you're in this position, the goal, if you're tight, you might look like this. If you're super tight through your shoulder, I recommend that you just bend the elbow and focus more on trying to bring the shoulder blade towards the floor rather than reaching out here, straining the wrist, straining the shoulder joint. So we can really focus on getting this rotation through the spine, rotating through the rib cage. Switch. 1 more rep. All right, from here, we're gonna take it back to our stomach, warming up the shoulders. The most important muscles when we do any type of upper body, whether we're pushing, pulling, pressing, is the muscles that control our scapula. So we wanna make sure that we wake them up so that they're participating in the workout. So we're gonna start with the arms down by your side, lift the chest a little bit so your nose isn't squished into the floor. You're gonna draw those shoulder blades back, lift the hands up, and we're just gonna work this here, this I position for about 5 reps. Feeling this in the lower back between the shoulder blades. Next, we're gonna take the hands out to the side, turn the thumbs up, squeezing the shoulder blades together for a T. Then taking the arms out in front to a Y position, again, keeping the thumbs up, using those muscles of the middle and the lower back. And then finally finishing it off with a snow angel, keeping those hands away from the floor the whole time, wrapping them behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the hands up, and finishing that revolution. Let's do 2 more. These should be pretty slow. We want to focus on quality of movement and what muscles we're using, not just flinging the arms around. Okay, from here we can hit a quick little quad stretch, making sure that we keep the stomach tight, the glutes tight, so we can isolate the quad. Other side. Okay, from here, moving into my favorite stretch, we're gonna pop up into a plank position, stepping the right foot outside the right hand, twisting right arm reaches up, and then here comes the best part. You're going to take that right elbow towards the floor, inside the foot, feeling a really nice stretch to the inside of the right hip. Reach back up, and repeat. One more. Now from here, if you want to get a little fancy and add an extra outer hip stretch, you can roll to the outer edges of both feet. So here, the inside of my foot is pointing up, the inside of my left foot is pointing up. I'm going to dip my hips down towards the floor to increase the stretch of my right hip. And then I can lift my hips up towards the ceiling just to feel that stretch kind of transition around the hip. Let's dip it down. And then one more time, lift and reach. Bring that hand back to the floor. We're gonna switch sides. Left foot steps up. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. And then 3 times, take that elbow to the floor. On this last one, let's roll to the outer edge of the feet. Drop the hips, and then lift the hips. All right, that concludes our warm up. You should feel loose and ready to go. Again, my name is Hannah, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Revive Physiotherapy. If you would like more, you can find me on Instagram at revive_physio or revivephysiotherapy.com.